Here's one of the best charging blocks for your MacBooks. I'm going to show you why this is unique. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back to my channel. So what I want to do today is, really quickly, this is going to be a short video. I just want to introduce a new product here. This is by Kovol. It's K-O-V-O-L. And this is called the Charging Mate. It's called the Sprint, and it's a 120 watt charging block. Now, what makes this special? What makes this unique? Obviously there's a lot of charging blocks. They come with your systems, your MacBooks that you pick up. This thing is unique in the sense that, number one, it's just high quality. And I'll have pictures of stuff as I kind of talk about it, just to show you some up close, what you get in the box, what the box looks like. So stay tuned while I'm talking. But I'm going to explain why this is kind of different and why this is something you might want to watch just for the next couple minutes here. So why is this charging block unique? Well, number one, first of all, let's just say what comes in the box is basically a nice user guide, comes with a really nice customer service hotline, document that's really nice to see. You don't have to search for it, all the numbers are there if you have issues. Comes with the power cord right here, and then it comes with the charging block itself. And this thing's like a brick. It's small for what it can do. This is a 120 watt charging brick. Huge, amount of power, but it's pretty small, but it's still built like a brick. So there's a lot of quality built into this. So what makes this good? So if you look at the front of this, it's got 4 different ports, 2 USB-C, 2 USB-A. And the reason this is so unique is it's basically going to be here, and I'll say it right here. It can do up to 120 watts or basically 100 watts for a 16-inch MacBook Pro. So if you're going to connect your 16-inch MacBook Pro into this device, it can do that in about 1.5 to 1.7 hours only. So it's very quick charging. It does a full 100 watts. I've tested it. Really, you get that full power charge, and it's done really quickly. The other cool thing about this, and what makes this unique, and I'll get into that in a second, is a couple different things. I'm going to show you the different examples, but you can plug in, this thing's really good at switching the power. So if you plug in 2, let's say MacBook Airs like this, that only need 65 watts, it'll do 65 watts on one side, or 60 watts and 60 watts basically. So it'll basically split that 120 watts up, and it'll switch it, and you'll have basically 60 watts going this way, 60 watts going that way. If you plug in a third device, it basically knows what the device needs to pull, and it'll basically switch for you on here, and it'll charge 3 or 4 devices at once, all the way up to that 120 total. So if you add all the different ones up, it can actually equal 120 watts, which is really cool. So it charges really fast. It's they call it the 4-in-1 USB-C GaN charger, which means this is a lot smaller technology than what normally would be a 120 watt charger here. And it has a lot of cool things. It's got low heat and safe charging. Kovol's got the Q-Pulse technology, ensures safe charging features such as surge, overcurrent, overvoltage, short circuit, overcharge, high temperature protection. So all those things are built into this, so you can get a safe charge. And up to the 120 watts of total power moving between all the different ports there. You get a 4.9 foot cord if you need that here as well. And again, it does do 110 to 240 voltage if you're traveling abroad as well. So, the cool thing about this thing, and it's about 99 bucks, so it's not cheap. And I'll have links to all this in the description, but I'm going to show you some other models in a second, so stay tuned. Really quickly, I'll show you some cheaper models. But let me just get into what this has. So it's got, you could do the 100 watts on one device or the 120 combined. And let me just see here. So it can also do various other things, and it's smart enough to kind of detect it. So it can do 18 watts, 20 watts, 25 watts, 30, 45, 65, 87 watts, 100 watts, or combinations of all those that add up to the 120. And again, it's pretty simple technology as far as what it can do, but you can, say you are traveling with your wife or you're traveling abroad with a bunch of people, you can charge multiple like MacBook Airs off of this thing, and it knows that it divvies that power to different devices equally so that they charge very quickly. Or you can do like I said, the 16-inch one really quickly with this device because it's got that power draw, which is really good. So beyond that, that's really what it does. It's basically the Sprint by Kovol, K-O-V-O-L. They have a website. It's basically, and I'm going to just give me 1 second here. Let me just see. It's KOVOLINC.com. So kovolinc.com. And, I'll give a link to this product, but there's other products here. Now, if you don't want to spend 99 bucks, let me go into this other page. They have a page here, which I'll show you. If I scroll down, they have a couple other devices. One's only $49.99. And it goes up to 65 watts, but it acts the same way. So for a MacBook Air, it's perfect. It's 65 watts, and then if you plug in like let's say an iPad or something, it'll deviate that power and it'll use the full 65 watts, but it'll kind of move the power where it needs to charge each device as fast as possible. So 49 bucks is not bad. And it looks just like this, but it's a little bit smaller. It's got the 4 ports on the front. It's a black like this. And then if you want something even less expensive, because you just don't want to spend even that much, they got one at 39 bucks. And this one's going to be 65 watts as well. It doesn't have the cord though. It's a wall. It plugs into the wall, but it has all the same features as far as the safety features and stuff built into it. So anyways, check them out. They're a good company. It's worked really well for me. I don't do full reviews because I don't like to recommend things long-term because I'm not testing these long-term, but I'm testing them short-term and they work really well. Quality's there. I can tell just by holding it, number one, but I haven't had any problems with it. And you can tell that they stand behind their product with, things like this customer service thing built into there and stuff. So check them out. It's a very simple device, but in these days I like to just show people what's out there. It's not always, you don't always have to buy the Apple charger and stuff. Again, do your own research. I don't recommend things really. I just show people what's available and let you make your decisions on what you want to buy. But you can always return things, and if you don't like them to Amazon and stuff. So check them out. I always say, there's always good products out there from good companies. Anyways, I'll talk to everybody soon. I hope you guys like these kind of videos where I just showcase products that I get. Anyways, until the next time, maybe in 2 days or 3 days, I'll have another video coming out, and I'll talk to you soon. Like I always say, peace.